from Armstrong Garden Center, and I'm here to talk to you about how to plant a tomato. Tomatoes are fun to plant and easy to plant. And they're also economical because they're a lot less expensive than buying them at the grocery store. All they need are a few simple requirements to be successful. The first is a rich, well-draining soil. The second is regular water. And don't forget, 6 to 8 hours of full sunshine a day. With this, you'll have much success in planting your tomatoes. Now, first you're going to prepare your soil. Dig up your soil in about an 18-inch diameter of where you want to plant your tomato plant. You want to add about 50% EB stone planting compost to amend your soil. That means mixing it in thoroughly with the existing soil. Then you're going to add a starter fertilizer such as EB Stone Sure Start. Now you're going to use a certain amount based on the size of plant that you're starting with. Tomatoes are heavy feeders, so they actually like to start out with a good organic fertilizer to begin with. Next is choosing your tomato, and there are many choices when you go to the garden center. But there are two types to choose from basically. The Determinate type of tomato and the Indeterminate type. Now the Determinate type of tomato, for example, would be like this Roma tomato. What it means is that it produces all its fruit at one time. It would be good for canning or making sauces, but you're pretty much going to have your fruit occur all over one time and not during the whole season. The next type is the Indeterminate tomato, for instance, this cherry tomato. So it's going to produce its fruit all summer long and maybe into the fall. It's great for salads or eating fresh right off the vine. Between the two, the Determinate tomato will be a little smaller and less tall. The Indeterminate plant will grow larger and more vine-like, and it will definitely need a tomato cage or a stake. Next, we're going to talk about planting your tomato. What you're going to do is prepare an area or a hole about twice the size of your existing tomato pot. We've already talked about amending the soil and that. Now we're going to dig the hole and gently remove the plant from its container. Now what you want to do is tip the plant over. Don't just pull it out by the top of the plant. Tomatoes are very tender and you can easily break off your branches that way. Then what you're going to do is put it in the hole and bury the tomato stem about 1/4 of the way down the stem of the existing plant. Next, what you want to do is pinch off any existing tomato buds that are on your plant. Here's an example. These little tomato flowers are not really ready to produce fruit yet. The plant's still too young. So when you go to plant it, pinch off the buds, and then your next set of buds that come, you'll leave them on the plant and you'll have ripe, juicy, big tomatoes. Now let's talk about staking your tomato plant. Whether you have an Indeterminate type or a Determinate type of tomato, both would benefit from staking them with either a traditional tomato cage, and we recommend that you use as large a cage as possible because remember, this little plant and this little plant is going to grow to be a huge plant. So you'll put the tomato cage directly over the plant, dig it in as far as possible so that it's anchored nice and tight. Therefore, when this plant gets to be large with lots of fruit on it, it'll be supported properly. You've done everything right. Get ready to enjoy some homegrown juicy tomatoes with unbelievable flavor. Thank you for watching this video on how to grow tomatoes, and we look forward to seeing you at an Armstrong Garden Center soon.
Here's a recap from today's how-to video. These are the featured products from today's video. Click on them to learn more, or click below in the description for a free PDF download. This how-to video is brought to you by Armstrong Garden Centers. Please feel free to visit your local Armstrong Garden Center for all of your gardening needs.